Here's an important announcement. Every announcement I make is because something comes to me and I feel it's important to share an idea, a thought, something that I hear and then it triggers something in my brain. And this has to do with new restrictions and potential restrictions to come. In some places, they make it mandatory to have a vaccine in order to go into a store, go into a gym. And I'm preparing for these restrictions to continue. I'm preparing for a mandatory vaccine for going into stores, going into wherever, and in more places. And I'm just letting you know that I'm not accepting this, and nobody should. There's way too many people out there who are saying that this is fucking ridiculous. And I'm at the point where I feel confident and I am extremely sure about it that it won't work because that energy and that spirit within those who rebel, within those who are saying that this is fucking ridiculous. We are not going to stand for this at all. And if it gets to the point where they make it where you can't get food, that's when you know. And we better fucking form the most powerful army. And this is for truth, this is for righteousness. This is not about a physical war. This is a spiritual and energetic war. And that's been going on, but if they're gonna make things where your basic freedoms are restricted, your basic freedoms, that is slavery, that is rape, that is fucking disgrace. They're going to force you to put something in you that you don't even know what it is. You don't have the facts. If people are coming up to you and hurrying you, rushing you, why are they rushing it? Why is there such a hurry? Why is there such a hurry? And now they really fucked up because they didn't realize that there's something wrong with this. You don't force anybody to do what they don't want. If it doesn't seem natural, it doesn't seem genuine, if it doesn't seem authentic from the Most High, then you shouldn't go for it. I'm going to be in an outrage if it comes to my surrounding neighborhood and these are mandatory, vaccinations mandatory. I'm going to be in outrage. You're going to hear me scream and roar and, be so furious like you never even felt it before. And I'm going to be out of nowhere I'm not going to be accepting it. Nobody should. There's way too many people against this. So please get this fucking message out there that this is fucking insane to have basic foods that you can't even eat, to have basic rights taken away from you. They're poisoning the air that you're breathing. They would charge you for air if they could. They want to take all of your rights away. They want to take all of your freedoms away. They want to strip you away from anything that you are. They want to seize it. They want to take control of it. And you have a decision if you're going to allow that or not. I'm absolutely not going to. We need to be smart, but we at the same time, you should be outraged. You should be furious. You don't go and cause harm to innocent people. You don't create unnecessary damage. But what you do is you form an army. You form a powerful group of people who are simply not having it. They simply are refusing to follow through with these. And there's nothing at that point that anyone can do, because these actual cosmic and natural energies are potent. They are extremely strong and powerful, and only going to grow exponentially. The sun, Nibiru, um, all these other planets, suns, these are very powerful. And some people don't seem to understand what's going on behind the scenes. Behind the scenes of what the media is saying, the government, and all these other organizations who really don't know what's going on and not giving any factual information. They don't care about your freedom. They don't care about any of this. And I'm just letting you know that if it comes down to that point where they want to restrict your own freedom, and you thought you people would learn that people can't do this, and it's not going to work. I am going into those stores and I'm not going to accept it, and there's nothing that they're going to be able to do about it, because there's no enforcement that can take away my sovereign rights as to have basic needs met. And this is not just me. I need other people. We need to create an army of righteousness. We're in this together. Everyone who's for freedom and for sovereignty and for what is pure and genuine, we're in this together. We're not separate. We need to form connections. We need to fight for a common cause. We can't be separated. We can't allow evil forces to separate the righteous and the pure ones, the ones who are actually fighting for freedoms, who are actually sticking up for themselves. There's plenty of people who are not doing that. You gotta stay the fuck away from them, not listen to what they're saying, and refuse to do anything that they're trying to tell you. And stick up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. No job or no system is worth following if it's going to strip you away from who you are. If you're going to be forced to do anything, and you don't know what's in that vaccine, you really don't. You need proof of ingredients, and like you need to see the process of how it's made and how it affects the body and everything. It's like, why would you do anything if you don't know exactly what is in there, how it's going to affect you? Everything that I consume and everything that I do in life, I think about what it is and how it's going to affect me. You really just, it's not wise to do that. And I will never accept a mandatory vaccination around this area. And I'm going to need other people. This is the last push. Why do they have Operation Warp Speed? They obviously want to get people vaccinated. They want to kill people off. There's just some fucked up agendas out there, and we've got to stand up for who we are and hold our ground, because we're not going anywhere. It's like this entire agenda is clearly to strip you from your freedoms, and most people seem to just not care, and they just go along with it, and it's just going to get it's going to get crazier and crazier. You have your own purpose. You're your own person. You don't bow down to anybody. You don't bow down to any system. You have a spark in you. This is where you shine and you show your true self. And you must do this. You must share this message. Get it out there to as many people, because this is serious. And we're going to need to connect. We're going to need people who are fighting for a pure and genuine cause. And it is absolutely unacceptable for mandatory vaccinations. I command this. I am an 810 Leo. I'm commander of this forest. That's my position, to lead and command a forest of people. And I'm not saying that I'm the prime leader. I'm I'm bringing an energy that's sparking people to come together and form an army where everybody has freedom, everybody has a leadership. Nobody's superior to anybody else. I know who I am, I know my purpose. My purpose is to motivate people, to get people going, to bring people together, to unify people for a genuine cause. And this is that time right now. Um, and it just keeps building, but I know what's coming. I'm in tune with the astrology that these elites use to create their events. They know when they're going to create the next restriction. They know when they're going to implement the next mandatory vaccine. They know when this place is going to get shut down. They know this lockdown on this date. They know um, this astrological transit. Like, we're going to say this in the media, get people fucking terrified. Um, you see it every fucking day. So now it's just time to use your critical thinking. Stop watching the fucking media. Um, Connect with like-minded people, people who are fighting for a genuine cause, and focus on what's important. Stop getting distracted by all this nonsense. It's not real. Whatever the government's saying, all the fear that is instilled, all the stories of people dying, just tragic deaths, you don't need to absorb that. That's fear being downloaded inside you. And you got to unplug from those programs. It's absolutely essential. And remember, the main message of this video is for me to express that I am not accepting a mandatory vaccination. I will never. I will fight to the end. I will be out there um, talking. I will be in people's faces. I will be all over the place. I will be a pest. I will not stop. I will not stop. And nothing will be able to break me down. I have an unbreakable spirit. Then nothing will defeat me. And you all have this power within you. If you fight for what is pure, nothing will defeat you. You will not be defeated by an evil force. The light and the pure, genuine forces are too powerful at this point, where all you need to do is follow your path and hold your ground, stand for your truth, and do not accept anything that's not fair. We need balance, we need fairness and justice, and it's not fair to have something put inside you don't want. Um, man, it's I don't care about the passports because I don't plan on flying, but if it comes down to food, if it comes down to water, if it comes down to breathing air, fresh air, if it comes down to these things where it gets serious, you're going to see me um, roar very loud. You're going to hear my voice more often and louder than you probably could even imagine. So I'm just letting you know what's to come. Um, I'm in tune with the astrology, and it's just there. We really haven't seen much yet. So I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to get too specific on the astrology, but one thing I'll say is when the South Node goes into Scorpio, it's about, people wanting to survive, people making a big deal about um, that survival instinct. It's like you're going to, right now as in Sagittarius, people want to travel and have fun and go out and they're crazy on their beliefs. But when it goes into Scorpio, people are going to be more focused on basic survival, um, intimacy, passion, depth of emotion, the things that are actually deep and important, can't be hidden. So this is what it comes down to. You know your rights, you know your freedoms. Don't let any force um, pretend like they control you. We have always had the power. We've always had the truth within us. We have always been able to create our own government, create our own systems, create our own energy. These false governments right now, they're nothing. We literally create our own government. We govern ourselves. We're sovereign beings. We know our truth. We stand for what is pure. And this is the only way. Thank you.